First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Hakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and citations to the elect. We're the brothers of Great Millstone, Miami. I'm the brother Lawyer, and with me.
The brother Jeremiah.
And yeah, so the topic of this lesson that we want to go into is concerning the new breakdown that Nate came out with recently, um, wherein he said that after 1,000 years of being imprisoned, um, Esau is going to be released, and they're going to go around the world and deceive the nations and create weapons to prepare to go to battle with us as a nation in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, all right, and that's bugged out. Okay, that's not what's gonna happen. All right. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna go over some precepts, just cutting that doctrine because it's madness, man. You mean to tell me here it is? We're gonna be in the kingdom of heaven, you know, in our rulership, in our power, in our dominance, ruling over the nations, and then somehow, without us knowing, okay, without us finding out, Esau's going to be able to wiggle around the earth and deceive the nations to conspire against us, prepare to go to war and start making weapons to prepare to go to battle with us. That doesn't make any sense, okay? All right. And the prophecies don't speak to that. So, we're just going to cover a few things here in the precepts, and, Lord willing, this video is edifying. So, anyway, to begin, going to start here at Isaiah chapter 2, in verse 1. You got it, brother.
Isaiah 2.
Yeah, Isaiah chapter 2.
It's Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is the word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Uh-huh.
It shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Right. So in the kingdom of heaven, the Israelites are going to be exalted. Okay. The government of our nation is going to be the top government on earth. Okay, and it's going to be dominating and ruling over all the other nations. Okay, and all the nations are going to come to us for wisdom and understanding and guidance. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and come, Salakia, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the God of Jacob.
Uh-huh.
He will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem.
Right. Okay. So we're going to be teaching the other nations the laws. All right. The laws, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
It says, and he shall judge many, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Neither shall not nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Right. Okay. So we're going to be putting judgments on the nations, rebuking them for their wickedness. All right. And they're going to beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks, which means that the weapons that they have in this world, all right, are going to be converted, okay, into farming tools because they're going to be slaves. Okay, that's why you go to Isaiah, it talks about how the sons of strangers shall be thy plowmen and thy vine dressers. Okay, and how they shall build up thy walls. Okay, all right, and it says, "Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." So there's not going to be any preparation for battle against us in the kingdom. That's not going to happen. Okay, all right, and right there it says, "Neither shall they learn war anymore." All right, which was something I was thinking about because when the Lord delivers us and we put the heathen in slavery, okay, we put them in chains, all right, and they become our servants, okay, all right, that first generation that goes into slavery, the heathen that go into slavery, eventually they'll die off, okay. Why? Because they don't have immortality and eternal life promised unto them, okay. All right. So the next following generations after that, they're not going to know anything about war. They're not going to know anything about weaponry. Okay. They're not going to know anything about the world, the old world prior to our kingdom being established. Okay. The memory of this world is eventually the fashion of this world is going to fade. Okay. And the only memorial left is going to be the smoke ascending from Babylon. Okay. All right. So how would they, after a thousand years, even know what the idea of war or violence or how would I say weaponry even looks like? Because that knowledge is going to be purged out of them over a process of time. They're not going to know anything about that. All right. That's why the scriptures say neither shall they learn war anymore because it's going to be a thing of the past. Okay. Going to show you that that doctrine that Nate is pushing is madness. Okay. All right. Deuteronomy 33. Did you have a precept, bro?
No.
Deuteronomy 33 and verse 27.
It's Deuteronomy 33, verse 27. It says, the eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms.
Mm-hmm.
He shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall say, destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. Also his heavens shall drop down dew.
Right. Okay. Israel shall dwell in safety alone. Okay. Let's look up the word safety. Okay. This is ridiculous, man. All right. The word safety is batach. Okay. And it means security, safety, securely. Okay. Place of refuge. Okay. That's what it means. Careless, confidence, hope, safety. All right. Does that sound like we gonna be concerned with somebody trying to wage war with us? No. Okay. Why? Because it's safety. All right. Which is, I do want to bring out Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled with blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right. This is going into World War III, which is going to be fought by thermonuclear missiles. Okay. All right. And it's going to, be the ushering in of the return of Yahweh Shai. Okay, because Yahweh Shai is going to come when this war, this great war, okay, the third war is fought. All right, with those missiles. Okay. All right, verse 6 it says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. And this is his name. All right, it says, I'm sorry, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. All right, which the word peace here, okay, is shalom. Okay, shalom, right? And it means completeness, soundness, welfare, peace, completeness, safety, soundness, welfare, health, prosperity, peace, quiet, tranquility, contentment, peace, friendship, peace from war.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it means. Okay. All right. And what does it says in verse 7? All right. It says, of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. So, of his peace, there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom to order it and to establish it with judgment and justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. Okay, so it's gonna be full on peace in the kingdom. All right, eternal peace. Ain't gonna be no rising up to battle. None of that, man. Okay, again, going back to that Isaiah the second chapter, it says, "Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn a war anymore." It ain't gonna be Esau ain't gonna be wiggling around the earth after 1,000 years. We're gonna let him go. It ain't gonna be wiggling around the earth deceiving people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, preparing them to go to battle with us. That's retarded.
There's no death.
All right, no death, no more war. Okay, Israel shall dwell in safety alone. All right, the scriptures talk about there shall be a branch out of David. Okay, and he shall reign and prosper, and Israel shall dwell safely. That's what the Bible's talking about, man. Okay. And again, it doesn't make any sense because when we establish our kingdom and we put that first generation of heathens into slavery, they're gonna destroy. We're gonna destroy all their weaponry, right?
Right.
And then that generation is gonna die off because they don't have eternal life. So the next generation is gonna be born, and they're not gonna know what war is to begin with. They're not gonna know what the old world was like. They're not gonna know there was a New York City or there was a Paris or there was a Beijing. They're gonna know about the Hebrew. Okay, we're gonna be teaching them of our ways. Ain't gonna be no more white supremacy. They're not gonna know about battle tactics. Nothing. The only thing they're gonna know is the things that we teach them. Okay. Eventually, after that first generation of slaves dies off, the only beings that are gonna know of the old world is gonna be Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the angelic forces, and the elect that made it on the first go round. Nobody else is gonna know about the old world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how would it even be in their mind after 1,000 years, generation after generation of servant slavery? How would it even come into their mind to start building weapons? They're not even gonna know what that look like. They're not even gonna know what war is like.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense, bro. Going to show you, Nate, you pulled that out your ass, bro. That's madness. So you mean to tell me they've been in slavery for 1,000 years, learning the law, statutes, commandments? They destroyed all the weaponry 1,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what warfare is, what that even is, and then somehow they're gonna have an epiphany to start building weapons. They don't even know what that is. The only thing they know is serving slavery and keeping the laws of the Israelites. That's the only thing they know.
Mm-hmm.
You crazy, man. But anyway, you have a preset, brother?
Yeah. Deuteronomy 4.
Mm-hmm.
Deuteronomy 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Mm-hmm.
For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them, as Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for?
Mm-hmm.
And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day?
Right. Okay. So when we're in rulership and ruling, according to the wisdom that the Most High given us, the nations are going to acknowledge that. They're going to acknowledge that the Lord is with us, and they're going to rejoice. The scriptures say, "When the righteous are in authority, the people shall rejoice." Okay. The scriptures say, when the king of Babylon, which are the elites of Esau, and also Esau by as a nation, when he's destroyed, the nations are going to rejoice at his fall.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, why would the nations even desire to conspire against us in the kingdom? If we rule in righteously, and the scriptures tell us that they're going to rejoice when we're in power.
Right.
That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense, man. All right, Isaiah 34:1, it says, "Come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people, let the earth hear, and all that is therein the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury is upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter." Okay, so when the day of the Lord comes, the armies of the nations are going to be eradicated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ain't gonna be no more armies, man. Preparing for battle against what, man? Okay, that would be a fool's move, man. Because we're gonna have spiritual power. We're gonna have spiritual power. We're gonna be immortal. So that's crazy. We're gonna be immortal. We're gonna have spiritual power. The chariot's gonna be all over the place. The angels gonna be watching over us.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be in complete power. We're gonna be tall as hell, invulnerable. What sense would it make to start getting sticks and stones and sharpening them up to try to fight against gods. The scriptures tell you that they shall say, surely God is in thee. So they'll know, all right, we can't even mess around with these people. They're the gods of the earth. You got something, brother?
Well, I got Jeremiah 30, verse 16.
Hold up, brother.
Jeremiah 30, verse 16. You got it, brother.
Yeah. Jeremiah 30 and 16. Go ahead.
Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So these heathens, these nations, they're going into captivity.
Right.
Under the Israelites. When you read Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 through 15, or 1 through 14, we read about the blessings. Okay. That's really going to take place in the kingdom of heaven. People say no war, no death, no more crying in the streets.
Yeah.
So we don't have. If a person is saying that these different nations going to make war against Israel, clearly you're a false prophet.
Right.
You add it to the scriptures, you take away from the scriptures. So.
Facts. Yep.
Scriptures talk about it in Ezekiel 39, how the about continual
employment. Right.
For who? For the nobles.
Right.
For the elites. Having fetters of irons on them. The scripture speaks on that.
Right. God. This is let's see. Deuteronomy 28. Okay. And verse 32, right? It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. All right, this is one of the curses the Lord put upon us. Okay, all right, we didn't have no might when we was in captivity. We still ain't got no might in our hands, man. Jake be having these revolutionary movements and marching in the streets, and then none of that shit avail nothing, man. We still here. Okay, and we know according to Deuteronomy the 30th chapter, all right, that the curses are going to come upon our enemies, man. All right, Deuteronomy 30 and 7, it says, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. Okay, so the heathen ain't gonna have no might in their hands. They ain't gonna be able to rise up and do shit.
Right.
Okay, this is that their time is coming to an end.
Right. Power's gonna dwell amongst us.
Right, exactly. It don't even make no sense.
I'll be their God.
Right.
They shall be my people.
It's here. So here it is. Yahushua in his kingdom, and then the heathen plotting against him. That don't make no sense, bro. And we just gonna, mind you, we got the power to read minds like Yahushua did, because Yahushua had the power to read minds.
Right.
Okay. So they gonna be conspiring against us, and we just not gonna know. We just gonna watch them.
It's a fairy tale.
That's a bullshit, bro.
That's a bullshit story. Like they say, Satan was kicked out of heaven.
Right, exactly.
With like a third of the angels, he was like, he was good with instruments. That's a fairy tale.
That's a fairy tale, bro.
It's a lot of you people. You don't believe in the Most High. You limit His power.
Exactly.
But the Heavenly Father is omnipotent, man.
That's crazy, bro. But hey, that's the precepts we had. We could bring out more precepts and go on and on about this, but we'll just close it out right there. Lord willing, this video is edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, HaKodash, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and citations to the elect. Kwame Asherallah and about the ball. Shalom.